In this video I will take a quick look at the Coca-Cola stock using fast graphs and some of my own tools. This video is a reaction to one of my first subscribers, Mr. Vermogen, who had a question about the Coca-Cola stock. In his recent video he asked the question, should I take profit on my Coca-Cola stock? I don't give financial advice, but I can use my tools and the fast graphs tool to get some more insights on how the stock has been performing over the last decade, and I can also take a closer look of how it's performing more recently. Alright, let's start by having a closer look of how this stock has been performing over the last decade and more recently. On the screen you can see the fast graphs in the maximum time frame. You can see that the company pays currently a dividend of 2.85%. You can also see that the company has been growing quite steadily since they started on the stock market. Their operational earning has been growing by approximately 5.38%. Their fair value is 15 and their normal PE ratio is currently 21 times. You can see these values, the PE ratio is given in blue, in orange you can see the fair value ratio, and the white line shows the increase in dividends. The dividends are especially interesting because they have been increasing every year. If we switch to the 10-year chart, then we can see that the earnings has increased to about 6%, which is shown at the top right. The normal PE ratio has also increased to 24.35. And if you look at the bottom, you can see that the estimates of growth are for 2025 3%, 2026 8% and 2027 7%. It's also shown that the dividends are expected to increase. Switching to the 3-year chart gives more or less the same picture. The company is actually trading slightly above the PE ratio of 23, which is shown also on fast graphs as a blended PE, which is currently 24.7. However, we can see that the black line is reaching almost an all-time high. From these charts, it looks like the company is steady growing. It's even increasing its dividend year over year. So is there a catch? Let's have a look a little bit further. However, if we change the price correlation to free cash flow to equity, which is a metric that I recently used for dividend stock valuation, we see that in 2024 there has been a big drop. Furthermore, there's another drop expected in 2025. So I'm wondering, how are they going to pay their dividends? For the evaluation of dividends, I've developed some of my own tools in Excel. With these tools I can plot, for example, on the top left the free cash flow over time versus revenue, and there we can see that the past few years the free cash flow has been decreasing. The reduction in free cash flow can also be shown if we plot the annual growth rates. This has been done on the right. Due to the last reduction in free cash flow over last year, it's difficult to see how much the dividend has been growing and how much the revenue has been growing in this chart. So let's have a look at the bottom charts. In the bottom left we can see that the company has been increasing its dividend per share year over year, so this is very good news. However, their yield of the dividend has been stagnating over the last few years, and if we look a bit further back, it's actually been reducing. Another graph that I use is shown on the bottom right. Here I can show the free cash flow versus the amount of dividends being paid. We can see that in 2024 the free cash flow was actually lower than the amount of dividends paid. So I'm wondering, how are they going to pay their dividends in the future? How long can they keep it up? Did they use this money to buy back shares? Because we can also see that the diluted shares outstanding has been reducing in 2024, which is good news for the shareholders. But I'm a bit worried. Did anyone else research this stock? I would like to hear your opinion about what you think is going on with the company and if you are confident about the future. Let's ask ChatGPT what is going on. So why is the Coca-Cola stock free cash flow going down? It seems that Coca-Cola had to pay a large amount of cash to the IRS because of some tax issues. Excluding the deposit, the company adjusted free cash flow was 10.8 billion, which is actually an increase by 1 billion compared to previous years. So this could still suggest a good business performance and working capital benefits. However, on fast graphs I also saw that next year it's also estimated to go down. So what is still going on there? There seem to be also other factors playing a role. These factors, combined with the IRS deposits, have impacted Coca-Cola's financial flexibility. I hope you liked this quick review of the Coca-Cola stock. Make sure to hit the likes button and subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like me to review one of your stocks.